politics is a serious game. Sabally and then the likes.
But are politicians taking this as a serious game? That is question.
Is Sabally taking it as a serious game?
No,
other politics.
No, it's only about Sabally. We've seen Seedy Njie and others here. In fact, it doesn't start with Sabally. I think this is not Sabally. In fact, is coming up, but like it started with other people who cross carpet from one political party to another. So like these people are politicians. So could we justify? Could you justify this? Are you going to call these people politicians, or you are going to call them opportunists? Who are they?
They are economic junglers. They are opportunists. These are individuals who join politics simply because they want to enrich themselves. That is the sad reality. They join politics not basically that they want to impact lives and livelihoods of the people, but they want to gain economy. That is yes, for me and many conscious Gambians, that they join politics because you will understand that after them joining NPP, the ruling party, nothing has changed. Right now, as I'm talking to you, a pot of sugar is $17. As I'm talking to you, the pot of sugar is $17. And Barrow is claiming to add tax next year. That means everything is going to skyrocket once again. Where are we really heading to? But is it that they do not see that?
But Barrow will tell you these are global problems. Like countries are facing so many challenges. So how would you justify that also?
Countries are facing challenges, but government put mechanisms to make sure that those challenges don't directly affect the citizens. That is what serious countries do.
Not to deviate, Omar. Not to deviate from the main discuss, Omar. So, Omar, what do you think Sabally should do first, or what do you think should be, the stand of Sabally before joining the ruling party?
Consistency is very important when it comes to politics.
So, are you saying that Sabally is not consistent?
He's not.
What are your reasons?
Politicians need to be consistent. When I say this today, you will come back tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, ask me the same thing, and I will say the same thing. That is consistency. That is telling you how serious I am on my ground. That I want to impact lives and livelihoods of my people. And I am very serious with that. That I will not back down for nobody. So Sabally needs to be consistent. I said this today. I said it, they can be do them. Afro Nation. You come and ask me today or tomorrow, I will tell you that they can be do them. It's an Afro Nation. That I will tell you. That means I am consistent on whatsoever that I am to say. You have to be consistent. People are hearing you. Whatsoever you said, whether you know it or not, is directly or indirectly impacting the lives and livelihoods of the people. So essentially, Sabally should be consistent and let him do what you preach. It's very important. Do what you preach. Don't be the multi-politician. Here, you are here, dundung, sameko dana dandan. Today you are here, tomorrow you are there. It does not sound well. It does not even tell well about your personality. You know, people think, but integrity is very important in politics. Integrity is key. Not even in politics, in our daily lives. Integrity. My personality. I will not want to do something that the nation will come and then hunt me for in the near future. Or I will not want to do something that will jeopardize my personal relationship with people. I will not want to do something that is going to hurt people simply because of politics. Yes, even if I am to do that, it is going to be on reasons. Tangible reasons for that matter, reasons that can impact lives and livelihoods of the people that I want to serve. So leadership is all about, being a politician is all about service. Serving the people that you are living with. Yes, this is why I do not want people to be calling themselves the voice of the voiceless. Everybody is having voice. Maybe you are the fortunate individual to speak on their behalf, but they can also speak on their behalf. But the moment that they entrust these powers with you should serve to the utmost best. So you should not be jumping from one place to another. Sabally has been jumping from one place to another, jumping from one place. I can tell you, I said this earlier on last year. I said it to one of my brother that don't be surprised if Sabally joins NPP.
And it happens.
It happens.
So are you predicting that
I am vindicated.
That happen to rule this country. In 2026, Sabally might also
join UDP again.
So do you think like this? To some extent, we should not blame Sabally, but we should blame the people who are within the political party. So like after all, they're the people who succumb and accept. Sabally and other individuals. It's not only Sabally. Sabally, perhaps he is a national figure because of him. Like people see him like, but like not only Sabally, Seedy Njie and other staff, and Seedy Njie today is you are saying the primary reason. What Sabally should do was to ensure that he remains an opposition and to ensure that he impact lives and livelihood. Are you saying that?
Yeah, Sabally is playing a crucial role being an opposition, because if you followed him most of the time, so you'll understand that Sabally gives criticism, constructive criticism sometimes. That is how opposition political parties should do. You criticize, but constructively. And you understand that previously, Sabally was doing some of these constructive criticisms, criticizing the government and giving them solutions, criticizing them and then telling them, I think these are the ways that we should do them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I should join their political party. Political parties are built based on ideas. But it's very important that you join a political party that does not have an idea. You do not expect them to stay in that political ring, in that political bandwagon. You cannot tell me that NPP has an idea. They have been campaigning 2021. You will never hear them saying these are the central ideas of National People's Party. When you talk about DOI, you will understand that the transformative agenda, everybody knows about it. Who knows that DOI is preaching this agenda, the transformative agenda. You go to online, you find it. So what is NPP preaching? What are they telling us? What are they going to do? The only thing they will tell you is National Development Plan. That is not the agenda of National People's Party. But that is the developmental agenda of the central government. So you understand that yes, Sabally was giving constructive criticism about some of the National Development Plan. But Sabally joining the bandwagon now, knowing fully well that there is no central idea that this political party is built upon. What do you think will happen? Because Sabally cannot tell us that he is there to join the government to work, because the only thing that we are saying is building ways, roads. When people are hungry, you don't expect them to use those roads when they are hungry.
But Omar, you can't belittle the effort that they are doing to construct roads. Roads are fundamental, and of course now if you go around the upper river region, transportation is being eased now. So are you just trying to say those roads that are constructed are not fit for purpose?
Infrastructural development is the cheapest development a country or a nation or a government can ever have. That is from me. Infrastructural development.
Why?
Because you can go and then take loans and grants from wheresoever that you can have them from, and then come and then build ways or roads. But what is the essence of the roads if people are hungry? You think people are going to use those roads when they are hungry?
Interesting.
You think people will go to how can people even use those roads if they do not have proper, health care? Yes, you can go use the road to go to the hospital. After using the road to go to the hospital, you do not have proper health system. That when the president is sick, will go to America or other parts of the world for his, medication. But when you and I are sick, what will we do? So we go to the hospital. So you understand that Sabally is having an idea on all these things, that he can be used as an opposition to change the narrative. But Sabally joining him, it's just like adding, salt to the injury. It's already over. It's clueless people. And you cannot tell me that you are the only individual with clue that can change that. Even in our democratic spectrum, besides that, majority carries the vote. So the party is full of clueless individuals who do not understand what government is. And Sabally joining him thinking that he's having the knowledge and wisdom to change. They can only be in the opposition bench to change that. That is when they come to power, the clue people, individuals with ideas. Those that are not clueless, those that are with ideas. When they come into power, they can be able to change the narrative. But if you join the clueless people, how do you expect to change the nation?
Interesting. Omar, not to waste more time. Omar, what do you think this will bring for Sabally? Is Sabally still maintaining his public trust, or what benefits would this bring to small Sabally?
Sabally as an individual.
As an individual.
Like I said earlier on my deliberation, I said that Sabally joined NPP because of economic gain. That is the only thing it can bring to Sabally. Because I do not think conscious Gambians will now listen to Sabally anymore.
Conscious Gambians?
Gambians.
What if you say conscious Gambians?
Individuals who think politics is a serious game, not just like politics for own personal interest, but who think politics is the only way to change the dynamics of this country. Politics is the only way to change the life and the livelihoods of the people. politics is the only way to take us to where we are yearning for. So those individuals do not listen to Sabally. They will not. Simply because Sabally do not even stand on grounds. Sabally is an economic jungler. Sabally is a political prostitute.
Why?
We all know what prostitutes are. They can be jumping from one place to another just to make sure that they have the money that they want to go home with. So Sabally basically joined politics simply because he wants to gain resources. He wants to gain fame. He wants to gain money. Yes, in as much as we said that I am poor, but sometimes my integrity matters. It matters a lot.
So are you saying that Sabally currently stand at a chance of having all his economic, plans?
It's not like having a chance. He already had it. The day that Sabally joins NPP, what was given to him? A brand new pickup. Ford. It is telling you these are agreements that Sabally has made with the ruling party.
But from Sabally, from interview that was conducted at the State House, Sabally made it very clear that he has no plan with President Barrow that President Barrow should give him something or to give him money. He said he joined NPP and saw that the National Development Plan of the government.
Everybody can say that. Everybody can say that. I deny it. There are agreements that Sabally did with the government or with NPP. Economically, that when I came, probably people, Sabally returned the vehicle that is given to him by United Democratic Party as their campaign manager, the pickup that is given to him by United Democratic Party.
But if he resigned, I think it is befitting that he has...
Yes, he returned it. He resigned. Simply because maybe what United Democratic Party is giving to him was not sufficient enough.
That's your perception?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Was not enough to sustain Sabally and his daily life. So he deemed it necessary to cross-carpet to the ruling party, whereby he's going to be introduced to a luxurious life. Sabally is given a car. You cannot tell me that you join individuals who are adding their salaries for themselves. The likes of Seedy Njie, the Speaker of the Assembly, the President, ministers, adding their salaries. When teachers are paid little less than $3,500. When hospitals are left with no medicines. When mothers and their babies are walking all under the sun, trying to sell just to have something that they can go home with. As small as that. But them increasing their salary, making life more meaningful to them. And they should be servants of the people when people are poor and they are getting richer. So you cannot tell me Sabally joined those political party or those clueless individuals to change the narrative. There is a central thing, a central reason why Sabally joined. That is, Sabally's join is economically motivated.
Economically motivated. Omar said that Sabally's joining NPP is economically motivated. Omar, to continue, as a young politician, as an upcoming politician, Omar, considering the standard of Sabally, his opposition standard, do you believe, would you think Sabally joining NPP now would make the Barrow's administration, to be free from public accountability? Because Sabally was one of those individuals who constantly gives constructive criticism to the government. So him joining the bandwagon now, do you think now, the Barrow's government would have a way to sail through because individuals like Sabally have already succumbed to their ideas?
One of the reasons why opposition parties are built is to give criticisms, constructive criticisms to political parties. Sorry, to the ruling government. Sabally cross-carpeting does not change the narrative that opposition parties are going to continue, in as much as they know their duties, are going to continue to give criticisms to the president. So Sabally moving is just like 1 out of 100. Yes, sometimes the oppositions Sabally will be giving us criticisms that are very good for the government. Criticisms that if governments are really following suit, it doesn't necessarily mean Sabally have to join them. But those criticisms can help the government in, changing their dynamics. That is, if the whole government agree, the clueless people agree. But Sabally joining them, now, I cannot call you it is a blank, but I can tell you that political parties or opposition political parties should continue to do the good work that they are doing to make sure that we have transparency and accountability. Most especially opposition political parties, plays a crucial role in making sure that the anti-corruption bill is passed. And it is passed the last time. They understand that these are reasons why opposition political parties are built. That you criticize the government. We understand that Sabally is constantly talking about corruption. Constantly. Sabally just previously, on Civic Bantaba, he talked about youths that are dying in the Mediterranean Sea. I don't know whether you understand. And what is the government doing about that? Just recently, Gambia mourns more than hundreds of Gambian youths who left their family simply because they want to search for a greener pasture. Sabally knows that they move simply because the government suppressed them. Suppression might not be physically, but economically they were suppressed. That I do not have the things that I need to sustain myself in my land. What will happen is I will start moving out of the country. Search for greener pasture. And sometimes you will talk to them, for most of them to come back home, they will tell you, I prefer dying here than coming back home. What does that tell you? That home is empty. Sabally, knowing that the government that makes home empty cannot add anything apart from continuing to empty the home. That is the political party, or that is the government that he joined. So you cannot tell me that Sabally wants to change that narrative.
So you are saying, despite Sabally's movement to the NPP, there is still hope that Barrow's government would hold to account, because we have other political parties, and of course, other politicians who are opposition, and they are ready to do much as Sabally did.
Yeah.